Hello, this is Marty Eddington, and today I'd like to talk to you about my science fiction and fantasy books. This is a whole category of books that I've written which I think you'll find interesting. First is my book on the history of science fiction and fantasy, which goes centuries back to the roots of science fiction and fantasy, who were some of the great people who helped create the genre, and then a lot about the books and authors that are the classics and Hugo Award winners in science fiction and fantasy. It's a great reference book, and I think you'll love it. Next is my book on visiting many universes, and visiting many universes is really interesting in terms of travelers on a spaceship who go through different universes and find civilizations in different universes, and how that ability to transition universes affects the way people live and work. I've also got a bundle which is different books grouped together of mine, including the next series, which is the Psychic Soldier series, about a soldier from Britain in the 19th century who learns spiritual abilities and learns to train them and use them and is fighting and has adventures all over the world. Pretty fascinating. Then is my book called Out of This Universe, about people who live and become immortal to the end of time, and how they actually help create a new universe. And lastly, Personal Freedom Parts 1 and 2, which is all about a man who reaches a new philosophy of life, which helps his longevity, and then is involved in building space habitats. And we go into a lot of detail about the building and the living in the space habitats. And then in part 2, how the space habitat is turned into a spaceship and the adventures of going to and settling a new star. So I hope you would take a look at and buy some of my sci-fi fantasy books. And that's all for this podcast. Thank you.